Hello everyone and welcome back. We all use Velocity frequent flyer points to book reward seats either on Virgin Australia or on their partner airlines. But when you try to search for reward seats, sometimes you will observe that you cannot find some airports in the search option on the Virgin Australia website. So, in this video, I will try to explain a hack by which you can book flights to a destination which doesn't even show up in the airport search. This video is a bit long, so try to follow us along for the entire video. For this video, I will assume that we need to book a business reward seat from Hong Kong to Jakarta. The first thing that will come to your mind is Singapore Airlines, which flies to both Hong Kong as well as Jakarta from Singapore. So let's try it out on the Virgin website and see if we are able to book. So here I am on the Virgin Australia website. I will go to the flight search widget. The first thing you should do is click on the use velocity points toggle to make sure it's on. And then in the from airport, I will type Hong Kong. So now I have selected Hong Kong as the source airport. As a destination airport, I will try to type Jakarta. But unfortunately, I can't find Jakarta in the destination airport list. So the second thing that will come to our mind is, can we try finding a seat from Hong Kong to Singapore first and then from Singapore to Jakarta? So as a next step, what I will do is I will change the destination to Singapore in the search. So let's change the destination to Singapore. I will click next. I will select one way and set the travel date as 8th March 2025. Then I will click next again. I have selected one adult and let's click on let's fly. We can see that there are various flight options available on 8th March and there are reward seats available as well. The first option that you see is a flight that departs Hong Kong at 9:05 a.m. and reaches Singapore at 1:05 p.m. The total cost associated with this flight is 44,500 velocity points and $262 for a business reward seat. Now, our second part will be to search a flight from Singapore to Jakarta. So let's try it out again. So we have selected Singapore as departing airport and Jakarta as arriving airport. When we click continue, we should be presented with all the flight options from Singapore to Jakarta. Okay, so now we have flights available from Singapore to Jakarta as well. And if we see this specific flight, which departs Singapore at 3:15 p.m. and arrives Jakarta at 4:05 p.m. The cost associated is 19,500 velocity points and $268. If we take this flight, we will have a gap of around 2 hour 10 minutes for transiting in Singapore. As you can see, I have just bring in the previous flight details that we saw. So the total cost, if we see for both this flight, will be 64,000 velocity points and $530 in taxes and carrier charges, which seems really high to me. So now we will see that if there is a way to book these two flights at just one ticket, so we don't have to pay like the cost of two tickets separately. Also, with this option, you will have to do a manual transfer in Singapore, which is a hassle. We should try to find out a seat which has just one ticket, and then the transfer is automatic and you won't have to think about clearing immigration and checking in the bag again. To achieve this, what we will do is we will copy the URL that is present in the browser. So go to the browser and at the top, copy the URL. So here I am copying the URL, and I will bring in a Word document where I will paste this URL. You will see that the URL has a lot of parameters, but the parameters that is of interest to us is origin and destination. The origin here is Singapore and destination is Jakarta, but what we will do is we will change the origin code to the airport code of Hong Kong. So the airport code of Hong Kong is HKG. So I will just change it here and then copy this entire URL. Now go back to your browser again and delete the existing URL from there and paste what you have copied recently and hit enter. Sometimes you may have to hit enter twice. So here again I have hit enter, and now I can see that there are flight options from Hong Kong to Jakarta without breaking your journey into two tickets. Now let's see the first option that we have. It's the same flight from Hong Kong which departs at 9:05 a.m. and arrives in Jakarta at 4:05 p.m. If we click on the flight details, we will also see that it is basically the same flight which has a layover of 2 hour and 10 minutes. So as you can see, the flight departing time is 9:05 a.m., arriving at 4:05 p.m. We clicked on flight details, the same 2 hour 10 minutes stopover. The difference between our previous searches and this search is that we are just booking one ticket and the cost associated with it is just 44,500 points and $464. So you can see the benefit that we are getting from 64,000 points, we have come to 44,500 points. So a saving of, I think, 19,500 points, and again, a saving of close to $66 in taxes. And above all, you don't have to go through the hassle of manual transfer anymore because this is a connecting flight and Singapore Airlines is responsible for transferring your baggage. So this way, I was able to basically find out a reward seat on a route which was not coming up directly on the Virgin Australia website. Please note that you can't just put any random airport code and expect the flight to come up. You will have to do some research on where all Virgin Australia partner airlines fly, and then based on that, you will have to utilize this trick to find out a direct reward seat or avoid booking multiple reward seats. So I hope you like this video. If this video was useful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel as a token of your support. Thank you again and see you all in the next video.